welcome to Outbreak Epidemic. For those unaware, this is the newest game in the Outbreak series that will be coming out later on today. I'm doing this to show you the one scenario that's in here just at the moment, and then I'll explain how to do the couple puzzles and so on. We're going to be doing Tom Adventure because for him, there's a unique mechanic. So before we get started, let me just double check that this, yes. Okay, let's go back to the game. So when you first start, you literally have nothing. So you have to kind of scavenge for what you intend to use. So right here we have the handgun now. The lockpick is a unique thing to Tom, and that's why we're playing as him. There's basically hidden things inside the levels for you to get while you're playing him. And I probably should have explained a little bit about his bonuses. So real quick, I have a negative handgun penalty, I have a negative grenade penalty. I can't combine healing items, which isn't a big deal because there's so damn few healing items that can be combined here. We have a shotgun buff, a magnum buff, damage resistance, healing, and we get to have 2 extra item slots for anything we pick up on our journey here. So first things first, we need to scavenge more handgun ammo, so grab this. If you're not familiar with Yuri's games, you can combine on an empty slot and that will unload the gun. So that will give us the 12 handgun bullets that start in the handguns. They hold 15, so as soon as you find a stack, by all means, just load the thing. But otherwise, I have to do a little bit more scavenging. When you're playing this on single player, inventory is much tighter than if you play this on multiplayer. And in case you're wondering, yes, this is a multiplayer game. It's possible to have up to 4 people here playing a variety of characters. So right here's a series of numbers. You're supposed to take all the odd ones out, which will give you a combination. The combination in turn goes over here. There's a box with a combination slot for, or it's not necessarily a slot, but 5135 is your password. Helps if you actually grab the thing. What is that? Handgun ammo? So, ammo stacks in bigger piles than they did in Lost Hope. The size of the piles actually varies for the character. Some guys can have bigger piles, which I think Tom is one of them. There's 2 variants for each character. Adventurer Tom is the Magnum user, Marksman Tom is the grenade launcher user. You deal more damage if you shoot them in the head. Probably goes without saying, right? Okay, they are down. When the enemy is down, they take bonus damage from your shots, so feel free to execute. This isn't like Lost Hope. That was one of the things that was changed in order to make it more action-oriented, I guess. I wonder if that barrel would explode if I shot it. So there's still 2 zombies. These do not spawn from a horde moment. You have to actually get close and then they aggro. Thing is, I do need to be a little more careful with my ammo because I'm burning through a lot. Shooting a down zombie is basically the same as headshotting one, just to put into context for you. So you have shotgun shells here, which I will be needing shortly. Handgun. Eep. Okay, let's drop these for a second, combine this. Now we can drop this. We're going to be carrying this lockpick for half the level, and the reason for that is Tom has a unique mechanic that gives him additional supplies. The lockpick itself is a consumable, so be aware that you can only use it once, and there's usually 2 things for you to unlock. So you can see the reptile there. Wow. And remember, Tom is the best shotgun user in the game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have no idea how that one missed. So yeah, due to that, I'm out of shotgun shells. So there's a new shotgun in here. You can use your lockpick to get it if you want, but we're going to save this for a bigger gun. And let's drop this so we can grab this and this. We'll be coming back here, so don't worry. You'll have a chance to get everything you couldn't carry the first time around. So we have them stuck. Let's switch to this. In case you're wondering, the beginning of the level is the hardest part because you don't have as many supplies. Basically, as the level progresses, you can get more and more stuff. So we need to switch over to our handgun. And keep in mind, if not for those bullets passing through them, because why not, we would actually have shotgun shells to use here. Now, unlike Lost Hope, there is literally no incentive to trying to sneak around and stuff. You're given more supplies, believe it or not. You probably noticed that there is more, but you have to use a lot more to stay somewhat alive. So, grabbing the handgun rounds, because we're going to be using those on account of no more machine gun. Pills down there if you need them. And I did aggro that guy. I thought I missed him. Anyway, let's see. Grab this. Don't remember if there's a reptile right here, or if there's a zombie first. So keep in mind, if you were playing this multiplayer, you'd want someone like Kara or Gwen to be your handgun person. Let's see, I thought there was something over there, but there's at least pills right there for you. Actually, that might be a coagulant. Yeah, it's coagulant. So right here we have an enforcer that we need to kind of deal with. So we're going to go over here and say hi. Did not grab the full stack, so we'll come back for that after we dispose of him. And remember, once he goes down, go ham. Enforcers are pretty bulky. They're equivalent to brutes. There's no difference between the two as far as I know. But you can see that it takes a lot of ammo to deal with one. So grab that. Now we need to go to the right. I didn't think there were any supplies over there, but another zombie for us to bust. More handgun ammo because there's even more zombies. Now I don't know if the bonus damage kicks in as they fall or if that's something that you have to wait for them to actually hit the ground and stop moving for. But I want to deal with her first. Okay, she's dead. And then we can see the reptile here. So we're getting his attention, switching shotgun. And down he goes. That in turn freed up an inventory slot, which we'll be needing shortly. There is a zombie up here that we can... Yeah, we can hit him from here. Sometimes he does fall over the railing. This time he did not, sadly. So we have a new handgun here. I'm going to set this down for the moment. Take that out. SMG rounds. So drop this. The SMG is, each bullet deals half the damage that a pistol round does approximately. So those 20 bullets are not actually gonna kill anything. They're roughly equal to 10 handgun rounds. Now there is a zombie that is guarding a shotgun up here. We're going to worry about the shotgun on the return trip because yes, we're going to be back here too. It's not survival horror without backtracking. Making sure he's dead. The shotgun's back there, the way to progress is on the other side. So anyway, we have a bit of a walk ahead of us here. And I'll go into more detail about the different characters once we actually get through this level. I'll give my recommendations for stuff because this game is free to play for those who actually haven't looked at it on Steam. When you fire it up, you only get access to the level right here, and you get to choose one of the 4 characters that you're going to play as: Tom, Kara, Gwen, and Renault. And you can only play their A variants. This is Tom's B variant. Gwen A is similar to Lost Hope. She's actually a little bit weaker because she's all about light weaponry. Kara A is the best machine gun user in the game. Tom A is the best grenade user, and then Renault A is the jack of all trades. He has a little bit bonus damage to his shotgun, a little bit bonus damage to melee weapons. His whole draw is he has the biggest inventory out of anyone in the game, and with no real penalties to anything, he can use whatever the rest of the team isn't really using. So more often than not, expect him to be using Magnum or Grenade, depending on whether or not you guys are carrying Tom or both Toms. As for B variant, Gwen B is the leader. She sucks on her own, do not play her solo. She has debuffs to literally everything, and she gives global AoE buffs to her teammates, so she makes the team better at the cost of her own performance. The main thing about her is she has double normal inventory size, so she has 4 slots instead of... or she has 8 instead of 4, I mean. So if you're playing with pre-made people, your actual friends, she can be very, very strong because of what she does for others. Kara B is the medic. Her healing items will actually heal allies that are within a certain distance of her. She can use the handgun. I think she has penalty for literally every other weapon, though. So we're going to drop those there. I should also mention multiplayer. Your teammates have to be near you when you are trying to move forward with the story, such as using this valve handle. If I had teammates that were screwing around down there, it'd say you can't use this until all your teammates are here. And the reason why that's there is because that's going to prevent you from setting up whenever you get flooded, such as right now. So you can hear them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Once again, 2 shotgun shells did nothing. Should be 1 more, I think. Sometimes enemies do get stuck on staircases. Oh, here comes number 1. So you cannot knock down enemies on staircases. As such, if they go down, they are done. He also picked some fairly swift zombies here. So once again, ammo reserves are thinning out, but there's going to be 1 more horde section, and then you kind of hit the mother lode, so to speak. We'll finally be able to put this lockpick to use, and everything will be good from there. Now this is Tom's B variant. This is the adventure where you get the lockpick, which gives you extra supplies. Tom B is the only guy who has a magnum buff in this game without some sort of thing from Team Leader Gwen. I should also mention Tom A is very much a glass cannon. This guy has a little bit more bulk to him. Okay, he went down, so I'm really pressed for handgun ammo at the moment. That's a coagulant. Let's fully reload.
Damn.
Took him a little while to process being shot. I'll worry about loading the machine gun in a moment. I thought there were shotgun shells out here too. I think they might have been right here in this corner. Yeah. So, inventory-wise, gonna load this, drop these, grab this, and it's a very good sized stack, so you want to make sure you definitely do grab that. There's gonna be more handgun ammo in the dumpster. There's a reptile on the other side. One, two. Okay. We're gonna grab the machine gun ammo. There used to be a lot of it in the warehouse up ahead. I don't know if there still is. To give you a little bit of context, when I last played this level, there were 1,000 handgun bullets on the entire map. So if you're willing to look for all of them, there was really a lot. Lots of enemies make you use them, but still a lot. I don't know where things stand at the moment, because Yuri felt that was too many, and well, Yuri gives and Yuri takes. So you can hear the reptile. I should also mention, unlike Lost Hope, the guns do have kick now. So when you shoot at stuff, just be aware your gun's not going to hold steady. And that jerk didn't stay down for very long. Characters also have foul mouths, I should point out. So there is machine gun ammo there, it's just you can unload the machine gun for a quick 30. If I were to do that, I have an idea. So there's two zombies right here. Let's aggro them. I'm going to empty this into both of them. Then I will drop it and grab the other one. Bang. So that one does start with the full 30. Both of those have been dispatched. And there are some supplies over here. This is a dead end, which is why I didn't go down it immediately. So drop this here. And we'll just use this new handgun. Gotta spread the murder weapons around a bit. Anyway, here's the next horde. So when you get close to it, something will alarm them, and then they come barreling out, and yada yada. Pretty much whoever you're playing as early game, shotgun shells are your bread and butter. It's just, as you get further and further in, you actually will come across the character's preferred weapons. And then Yuri, the dev, has talked about adding in new weapons to later levels. Wow. Couldn't really see the laser there. Should mention burning zombies deal more damage but take more damage. That one took a lot of handgun rounds.
Damn.
But the reason why I brought up unique weapons is that Renaults are already in the game. He has a fire axe, which was further back. I left it actually at the tower because no one else other than him can use it.
You asshole.
15 shots.
Son of a bitch.
17. In case you're wondering, this place is crawling with reptiles. And I'm actually out of handgun rounds. The good news is there are some inside. There's also more reptiles for us to fight. Magnum ammo right there, which we will worry about later. As is, we'll once again do that. I'm trying to aim for their body because that has neutral damage. If you can hit them in the head or the neck, they'll take more, but if you shoot them below the waist, they take less damage than normal. But it's moments like these when you can really see the kick of the guns that's been added in. Should take 3 more shots. Oh, we got lucky. There's one here in the corner.
Damn it.
Ah, that's right. Took 33 because I have a handgun penalty. And since I reload, I don't actually know how many it's going to take to kill him now. Okay, he's down. We're going to grab the handgun rounds in a moment. First, let's get her out of hiding. And remember, when they go down, go to town. Shotgun. Oh, an actual shotgun. Oops. That was just shells that was there. There's a dude on our right, and there's also a reptile up there. So we're gonna leave that there for the moment. In case you're wondering, we're going to be coming back for the Magnum ammo. One of the big stresses on our inventory is going to be alleviated momentarily because the lockpick is used here. So the previous one was a shotgun, that's what it was. The one in here is the Magnum. So this is Renault's unique weapon, the sledgehammer, that hits really hard. And if I were Renault, you actually could swing that through the barricade and hit the reptile. You can bludgeon it to death without it being able to retaliate. Now, the barricade is stopping me from shooting it while it's down, so I'm hoping this one actually gets up really fast, unlike last time. Come on. You want to kill it now, because otherwise I'll be joining the horde. Ammo-wise, let's switch over to the shotty. Known in some circles as the bang stick. There are pills right here. They're obscured in the darkness. Reptile at the top of the stairs. Now, I did mention you can pick up Renault's unique weapons, it's just you can't actually use them. Only Renault is allowed to. One, two, three, four, five. Now there is a ton of ammo up here, man. Handgun right here. Nope, the knife. Machine gun. Oh well, screw it. I'm gonna kill this guy with the shotgun. Actually, now that I think about the handguns behind me, I remember now. So I'm gonna have to leave at least one ammo type behind here now. Let's see, those are the stairs, so we want to drop the machine gun rounds right here. Actually, we need to drop the handgun too. So I'll have enough inventory space now. Those are more shotgun shells that I'll be collecting before I leave. This is the handgun right here. Don't know what all the books tell you, I just know that there's 2 puzzles here, so you don't have to do a lot of reading. Handgun ammo right here, which is why we wanted that one space. I'm actually going to have to leave those behind. So we need a lockpick to open this. Voila! Magnum. So it doesn't even start fully loaded anymore. Yuri, you cheapskate. Can't spring for the extra 2 bullets. Stupid free-to-play game. But anyway, like usual, the reptiles are going to be the things that come barreling at you. You can use the Magnum if you want to try to pick them off. It's going to take 2 rounds each. I am playing this on normal difficulty, but things are a lot more durable than they were in Lost Hope because it's a multiplayer game. And now they're going to be coming from both sides, just so you know. Well, if you... that's generally the same area, I guess. Just be aware, some from back here where we were, and then some from ahead. You need to use the screwdriver on the generator to short it. Once again, this is one of those moments where all the teammates must be present. Okay, bad time to get stuck on the staircase. And from time to time, they do actually get completely stuck down there. Trying to shoot the one in back. Because if I shoot the one in front, they're all going to come up. So if you were playing this on multiplayer, you'd have like guys upstairs sniping. I'm going to go ahead and do that just for convenience sake. Inventory-wise, I now have the space to grab the painkillers. I'm down to warning. Going to use 2 of the Magnum shells on... here's the handgun. The enforcer that's down there. I'm not entirely sure if he's completely dead, but yeah. Hey, the reptile's getting up here now. And remember, if they go down the staircase, that means they are completely dead. Oh. Switch to this, drop this. Okay, here he comes. Starting to wonder if he got lost. Shotgun. Okay, we need this out. We're gonna grab the machine gun as we leave. Now the reason why I use the Magnum rounds is because it will stack with the... Well, we can reload it with the stack of Magnum ammo we saw earlier. In earlier builds it was 4 shells, so I'll have a fully loaded Magnum when I do this. I don't know if that has changed. Yep, it's 2. Yuri's gotten really cheap on us, I'm afraid. So there's going to be reptiles and zombies to our left. We're going to be able to pick up the grenade launcher. Going to be leaving another stack of ammo behind when I finally reach that point. Shotgun shells, I think, in the dumpster. Coagulant. There's our shells. Don't know if that was all of them, but there's a lot of reptiles in these parts, and this one won't aggro. I don't know why that one did not. Handgun bullets, can't use those at the moment. There's a lot of coagulant around just in case you randomly get inflicted with bleed. Key item and grenade launcher up here, so it's very necessary to get up here. Now, normally there's a total of 3 reptiles here, but I sniped one. One ran up to the barricade and I shot it up through there, so that leaves 1 left. Oh, I didn't explain the magnifying glasses yet, did I? Blue is ammo, red is story related, green is medical. We actually have to leave 2 things here. So I'm going to be walking around with a shotgun for the time being. Grenade launcher is very, very valuable for dealing with the grouped up brutes that are going to be a little bit ahead of us. It's a total of 5 of them out there. And then if we need more supplies, I know, run up here. There's a machine gun fully loaded with 1 extra clip. For the time being, our weapon is going to be the shotgun. And then, worst come to worst, we can always run and grab a handgun. There's lots of handgun ammo lying around. Just make sure you shoot the reptiles first. Those are the only things that are faster than you. Anything else you should be able to outrun. Female zombies will give you the most trouble, but sometimes they're manageable. Shells there, hanging ammo there. I think there's a reptile in the blind spot here. Oh, him. Let's go say hi. It's not very sociable. So now we need to bust these guys. So remember early on I was really pressed for shotgun ammo. This is kind of what I mean by as you get further into the level, other weapons appear and so on, which allows you to ease some of the burden. When you're playing as a team, you can always grab pretty much everything. It's just single player, so you have to pick and choose. Sadly, I wasn't really keeping track of how many shells were here, but it's at least 16. Reptile on the other side of the squad car. There's a handgun inside. Oh, it's just a regular car.
I will kill you.
I don't think it's dead yet. That's annoying. Now, you do not have to backtrack beyond this point unless you want to grab those supplies that I left behind. Once you have the cutters and the grenade launcher, it's much simpler to be out here. So, Magnum stuff is this way. Grenade stuff is this way. Machine gun ammo there and there. And we're going to deal with our first brute here in a moment. Handgun bullets. So blue ammo, green medicine, red story related. And then yellow are weapons.
Bye.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That looks like it was a stack of 6. I had some very bad spreads there, which is why I can't really complain that taking 7 shells. 8, because the 7th one just completely failed. Come on. Over here. 1, 2, 3. Number 3 went wide. Drop this here, grab... Actually, we need to keep that equipped because we need to aggro them. I guess I can do it with my body. Not ideal.
Asshole.
Nope, they're not dead.
Cross me. Bastard.
Two, that will work. So we can actually do the first part of the end scenario here. Drop the grenade launcher here, we're going to grab it on the way out. We need to get the car key out of here for the first part. Actually, we should be able to do 2 parts, because I have the cutters too. Just doing some quick math, and it should work. So this is the final onslaught area. By using that, draws the horde. 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, it's just them. In terms of reptiles. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Asshole.
Is there a brute or something coming? Because I think I hear something. Anyway, I don't have enough magnum ammo for this entire part, so we're gonna use what rounds we have. 1, 2, 3. Then switch over to this. We can even ditch the magnum here because there's another one where we're going. Okay, what am I left with? 7 shells. Gonna need to grab a handgun on my way back. There's one in the ambulance, so don't panic. Oh, there's more grenade rounds. That I did not know. Only 2. That's fine. That's the magnum we don't need anymore. There's actually a lot of SMG rounds where we're going. It's just I don't know if there's an SMG I can pick up on the way. So handgun, grenade. There's one last item we need before we can make our getaway. And the handgun's right here in the ambulance. You can tell this is a bad neighborhood when even the ambulance drivers are packing heat. Like, I'm contemplating, do I want to try grabbing machine gun ammo on the hopes that it's not good news, I'm afraid. So there's a pair of brutes up there. Once again, I am going to... Actually, I have a handgun. Let's just do this to aggro them. Look at me!
Asshole.
That's probably what they're thinking, Tom.
Cross me. Bye.
Okay, we're coming across the final horde. Grabbing those. Need the shotgun shells here. Do it. Yeah, we're spilling over. So in case you need the combination for the coming puzzle, you will find it in this book. I'll pull it up for you. 5311. It was briefly there. I didn't say I'd leave it up for very long. Magnum rounds. How fortunate. If only there were a Magnum in here, you know? So I do have a stack for shotgun shells here. You can see all the machine gun ammo that's around here. But if you go all the way in the back, you'll find your Magnum right here, some spare shotgun shells. Load the mag. Briefcase where you put in your combo and you're good to go. Well, stuff's gonna come flying at you, just so you know. 5311. thought there was one more, but I'm gonna hold on to what's left in my Magnum then. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, dead. 1, 2, dead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow. What am I left with? One shell. So yeah, we're not doing this very gracefully. It takes like 30 rounds with a handgun to put him down.
I will kill you.
So now we just need to grab the key item. I will be taking handgun ammo on my way out because I'm going to definitely have to fall back on that. Should be a stack here. In case you're wondering, there's going to be an enforcer, a reptile, and a zombie. It's almost like the start of some kind of joke, you know? So my plan is to use the Magnum on the zombie, or not the zombie, the reptile, put the handgun rounds into the zombie, and then use the last Magnum or whatever's left in the handgun to pick off the enforcer. So just to reiterate, while I am coming down to the limit very much so in terms of like my ammo... Oh, I thought I grabbed all those. It's 2, but still, that's enough. Should be enough. Let's see. Magnum deals 4 times the damage of the shotgun, if I remember correctly. So yeah, I will need to use some handgun rounds to kill the enforcer. If I do the Magnum 3 shotgun shells, it'll have a few hit points left. And in terms of handgun rounds, it'll take 5, I think, to take it down. Unless I... That's a painkiller right there if you didn't see it. Unless I missed some shotgun shells around here somewhere. So you may be wondering, what about on the harder difficulties? What do you do? Yada yada. And the thing is, there's a leveling system in the game. I'll pull this up real quick. You can see I'm a level 3 adventurer. I leveled up while playing this, actually. So I get various mods. I deal more damage with the shotgun, I deal less with grenades, handguns, so on. And as you level up, you'll actually deal more damage, and as a result, it's very, very possible for you to beat this despite any sort of ammo restrictions. So, pop your coil in here. And they say, wait by the police cruiser. Oh. Okay, that messes with my calculations. So yeah, I'm just gonna handgun the enforcer to death. 1, 2. I might actually be able to leave if I just pull him out and then run past him. So there was a weapon in there, I didn't see what it was. I'm curious if I can just leave. Sweet. So that works even better. So anyway, there you go. That is the current scenario in the free-to-play mode. That's the one that's given to you. You can do a tutorial, which is just like the absolute basics. You have a few different levels of onslaught mode. Gas station is based off of the one from Lost Hope. The thing is, on account of there being more players, it's actually a bigger area. There's an expansion for you to go to. And then there's also the experiments. There's darkness. I may look into doing this on the weekend. We'll see. This is an homage to the blackout from New Nightmare. If you're not familiar with what this is, it means no lights. All you have are whatever's on your gun. So flashlights and an occasional burning thing, but light is very, very hard to come by, which is kind of bad for Renault because melee weapons do not have lights attached to them. So there's the co-op in case you had doubts that this was indeed multiplayer. And here are your characters. You can see Gwen on Survivor. I've been playing this during pre-release, which is why some of my guys have a lot more EXP than yours will. So this is your default Gwen. Then if you want her variant, the leader, she has these buffs, and I should explain. So you may be asking how these work exactly. So she'll have a net of 2 on everything, a -2 with the exception to grenade. Grenade is still distinct from gun, so she is like the worst grenade user in the game by a huge margin. Crit damage means that her headshots deal less damage. Here's Marksman Tom. This is the most well-rounded character, and if you're picking this game up without a lot of familiarity with the series, this is the go-to guy. He has the most to offer for you. So he gives you the shotgun buff, submachine gun buff, grenade buff, crit damage buff. This means your headshots deal more damage. He has 2 extra inventory spaces, a grand total of 6, and then his ammo stacks hold 6 more bullets in them. So the handgun will hold 66, for example. It's actually going to be 3 at level 1 because mine's at level 2. And that's your reason for playing him. The downside, though, is he is glass cannon. His handgun has a debuff because Yuri wanted to do something. I wanted to be melee, but it is what it is, I guess. And then this means he takes 1% extra damage and he heals 1% less. The 1% is so minimal. You actually cannot run into that while during normal play, or solo play, I mean. In case you're wondering, he cannot combine healing items, so you'll never find anything that heals him for 100 hit points. The max is an aid spray at 70. So 1% off of that, it leaves you at 69.3. The game actually does track decimal points, but you can just pop a painkiller after that, and it's completely moot. Painkillers heal 35, in case you're wondering. So with this in place, it will heal you for 34.65. Or no, I'm doing this wrong. It would deal, actually, yeah, it would deal 34.65. So very, very minimal. Then this is the one I just showed you. You start with a lockpick. That is a consumable, just so you know. 2 inventory slots. Team find range means it's easier to find items. Bonus shotgun damage, bonus magnum damage, bonus resistance, bonus healing. Downside, though, is his handgun and his grenades suck. And the combined healing items, I like to reiterate, is a very, very minor point. If you notice, I did not run into any ointment to combine, so this is... pretend it's not even there. Kara Reporter, she is the submachine gun guru. As you can see, the 9% at level 3, so that's 3% per level. With her, the machine gun can very quickly become something worthwhile. Ultimately, this means you're going to save like 3 bullets on average, I think it is, per enemy. So it can definitely add up. She has bonus healing. She deals bonus damage whenever headshotting. She has a melee boost for some reason, which you probably shouldn't really be using. And the reason why that is because she has this penalty where she takes more damage. Ultimately, what you're trying to do with her is knock them down using the handgun and machine gun, then knife them while they're down. And I have to say knife because she's not allowed to use Renault's uniques. She has a shotgun penalty, a magnum penalty, grenade penalty, so she is not about big guns, she's all about small ones. Medic is handgun and then pure team utility. This... okay, so Yuri changed his mind. The +5 is missing here, that may be a glitch. But anyway, she will heal 5% of the healing she receives to teammates. And then she gets a little bit of bonus per level here. This is the range modifier, so you have to be fairly close. And to give you numbers, 5%. So on a remedy, that would be... that'd be 5 hit points. So yeah, you definitely need to level this up for it to be worthwhile. Downside, though, is she sucks in literally everything else. She deals less damage with every form of grenade, melee less, and then her headshots deal less damage. Here's Renegade Renault. This is your jack of all trades, so this is the guy that can fill in any void on the team. He has a bonus when it comes to shotgun and melee, penalty with handgun. His inventory scales with levels, so you can get a massive inventory. He'll have the most of anyone in the game. He'll be your pack mule, carrying key items, carrying medicine, what have you. And then, like I said, just give him whatever your other teammates can't use, and he can use it neutrally. And if you have a leader Gwen, he actually does have a buff. Lumberjack is the variant of Renault that you're probably going to see all over the place in coordinated play because he gets 8% melee damage per level. So when you get a level 10, that's 80% bonus damage. He's almost dealing double damage per swing. When you factor in the leader aura bonus, he'll be dealing 90. It's freaking insane, man. He's immune to bleed. He takes less damage, he heals for more, and he even heals as he hits stuff. Trade-off to this, though, is he sucks with literally every gun. His headshots deal less damage, melee weapons cannot crit at all. So, there you have it. So those are your characters. The default, well, the ones you get to choose from with just the free game are Survivor, Reporter, Marksman, Renegade. And then more stuff will be added into the game as you go. In case you're wondering how everything ties into one another, they'll tell you where the characters come from and what have you. Gwen's has spoilers for Lost Hope, so I'm not going to show you any of this. I'm hoping you can read that even with the free version, but I can't make any promises. Otherwise, that is Outbreak, Epidemic. Hopefully you guys are interested. If you like it, pick it up. The core game is free to play where you get the one character, so feel free to try that out. If you like it, splurge on the premium content and then you get everything, including as it's developed. I am the Hero of Light. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.